Hey guys, how's it going? Got you a Kripp here this early morning. All right, so we have a new patch coming. We were alerted of new patch yesterday, and I was hoping we'd get patch notes yesterday. We actually got patch notes like 20 minutes ago. I'm still like kind of like half asleep with a headache, so I'm still like, where am I? Daylight. Oh man. But duty calls, guys. It's patch notes. It's patch notes time. Let me move my camera so I'm a little bit out of the way. I have not read these patch notes. I've been busy doing stuff. But people are really excited about them. Probably start of run. Yeah, okay. Dracula today. Kits. Kits have fixed combinations of items and skills. That's kind of interesting. So a lot of people really liked when we started with a skill, and I liked that conceptually, but in practice it didn't make much sense because you'd get like leftmost burn +6 and then just like delete everything that's not the same thing. And it's just like really hard to balance that because it's just like a huge piece of power, and it was too consistent early on. Like the arms dealer stuff, a lot of the problems were based on the starting skills. So we went back to like just items, and some people didn't like that because it was just a little bit less stuff that you'd start the run. You'd kind of have to figure out your own direction a lot of the time. Honestly, I think it was pretty decent. I think it's pretty decent. But a lot of people did voice their criticism for it. So it looks like they are changing it yet again. The start of run options have been updated. Each run players will be offered 2 kits to choose from. Kits have fixed combinations of items and skills. The total value of the sets are roughly equivalent. Dooley will choose from one of 2 cores before being offered slightly weaker kits to choose from. Sounds like Dooley's going to be busted. That sounds like a cool system. I like that. But we'll have to see how it's rolled out. Monster gold updated to be normalized to their tier instead of scaling based on the day. So this is how much gold you get for facing a monster? Aren't these values like low? These values are really low. Like the legendary monsters, they gave like 15 or 20 gold. They give 6 now? It's a huge nerf to monster gold. Wow, that's interesting. Obsidian enchantment no longer provides lifesteal. Instead, has been updated to turn the item into a weapon or buff its damage. I don't understand. Turn the item into a weapon or buff its damage if it's already a weapon. This also means most items can now be enchanted with obsidian, not just weapons. Weaponized enchant. So can I turn my fixer-upper into a weapon? Weapon enchantment, that's cool. Artist can now enchant obsidian. Now has a chance to drop obsidian instead of deadly items. So this is the weapon merchant. B1, B2, redesigned to upgrade bronze tier items with 2 options. Upgrade your leftmost bronze, upgrade all your bronze for 8 gold. Bro, the inflation, what? Our wages are going down and the prices are going up. Too real. 8 gold for bronze upgrades. Bro, I don't know. Stacia, Fate's Crossroads now offers a random enchantment plus the artist, mimicking level up version. I think this is the cheat death lady. So the first time you die, you get the equivalent of an enchant full on, which is much stronger. So you should have more power if you lose your run. Unsellable is no longer a type. The functionality still exists. I guess it's the core. Strange mushroom redesigned. Sell it, get 3 gold. Trade it, get a neutral item. Well, that sounds like crap. Maybe a neutral item. That's like a monster item. You probably get monster loot. Oh, maybe it's not bad. Lost crate. Now a silver encounter. Open it, get a silver tier upgrade hammer. Upgrade your leftmost bronze item. Return it, get a bronze skill. So lost crate, upgrade bronze, get a bronze skill. That's pretty decent, but that does mean that we are not leveling to 2 on day 1 anymore. That's gone. Jungle Ruins, redesigned. Enjoy the scenery, 3 regen, not bad. Grab the loot, 2 bronze tier. Plunder for treasure, Vanessa only. Is pigs option gone? Now available on day 1. Interesting. Tiny furry creature, new encounter. Pet it, 25 health. Scare it, silver tier loot item. I mean, we're just doing that every single time. On day 1. Silver loot on day 1. Solid. Study, no longer available on day 1. So study is like the middle option were these events. The left options were vendors. Study is like the right option, where it's like some basic loot. So you could get 1 XP in the basic slot. So basically, no extra experience on day 1. No. No experience. You see a level 2 player on day 1? They're hacking. Okay? Hacks. Alright. Cannon. Cannon does less damage at bronze, less damage at silver, more damage at gold, and way more damage at diamond. That's interesting. That's actually a lot of damage at diamond. Catfish, cooldown 4 seconds. Wow, catfish is super premium now. Oh, it's the other way around. Oh, right. So it's from this. So the damage at diamond has been nerfed to pieces, and it's just much better at bronze and silver. Okay. So more early game stuff. Got it. And it's just terrible later. So catfish is giga buffed. With aquatics, because they have some synergy based on using aquatics, fast aquatic items are more usable than slow ones. So catfish being 4 seconds makes it like a pretty premium aquatic item. Fixed an issue with turbo electric eels where it was triggering off enemy non-weapon use instead of all on cooldown. Oh, so specifically the turbo one was bugged? Okay. For each friend or ray has +1 multicast. So it works with ray. Oh, no. It works with both. The illusion ray is a friend and a ray, and another illusion ray is a friend and a ray. So if you have illusion ray with the shark ray to the left and another illusion ray on the right, it'll be ×5 multicast. Yeah, so up to ×5. So it's buffed. It was a pretty weak item before, so that's good. Jellyfish, way stronger at bronze and silver. Dude, poison's scary hard, like scary OP now in the early game. Musket. That's the 100 crit item. Silver musket's gonna do 200 damage. Okay. Narwhal buffed and nerfed at gold and diamond. They nerfed diamond narwhal. What? Oh, it's the same as silver. Narwhal did not deserve such a nerf. Pufferfish. Okay, so pufferfish does more poison until... No, it just does more poison. +2 poison. Rifle now works with bayonet. What? What does that have to do with pufferfish? Okay. Yeah, this is like a thematic thing. Puffer's also a rifle. Yeah, obsidian puffer. Weaponized pufferfish. Reload this 1 ammo if it's your only weapon with a cooldown. Ooh. So you could use quite a few things, actually. You can use proboscis with this. Seashell. Shield for each aquatic item you have in play. It's way stronger at bronze. Vanessa's amulet is now apparel. Okay. So overall, early game poison / aquatic is much stronger with Vanessa. Like, much stronger. And with the XP changes, people have less health. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Cannonade has a cooldown now. Alright, Pygmalion, what do we got? Fixed a bug where apropos counted as a shield item. Oh yeah, that's right. Balcony nerfed. Fixed the bug with golden balcony working out of combat. Hey, I reported that. That's probably good. The really, really low... I don't even know why it has a cooldown reduction. Why does a balcony make a property faster? What? Right? So, thematic... honestly, a balcony is good enough even with this gone. And I don't understand thematically why it's there anyway. So I guess that's fine. Airflow. Oh, it's like a Ferrari property. Got it, yep. Cash register, shiny, wasn't giving spare change hourly. Oh, hey, I reported that one too. Cargo shorts starts at bronze tier. 8-second cooldown. Oh, it's an item now. Shield for each small item you have, including stash. If you have an apparel in play, this item's cooldown is reduced by 50%. 8-second cooldown, and if you have apparel, 4-second cooldown. So 4-second cooldown, you can have like 8 small items in your stash and like 8 on the board, so like 16. So if you have 16, that's shield 80 on a 4-second cooldown at bronze. Is that good enough? Not really. At silver, maybe. Yeah, it's a bit weak. It's a bit weak, I'd say. I think silver, if you get like a silver one really early, or if you get a bronze one and then you do the guaranteed upgrade to silver, it's pretty good. Font size starts at silver, heal equal to item value, start of each fight gains value when you lose fight. Oh! Bro. What the hell? Okay. Indeed, at the start of each day, your properties gain value. This item's value is equal to your highest value property. How does that interact with subscraper, where the subscraper value is propagated on your other items? Does it double dip? So this is a nerf because we're losing a ×2 multiplier, but it's pretty strong because we're getting more property value. And you don't just lose the ×2 multiplier, you gain the item slot. And remember, if you use the spiky shield, you had 3 slots open. So now you'll be able to do balcony, fixer-upper, subscraper, and spiky shield. And this will buff both subscraper and fixer-upper, and the subscraper's value will go on the fixer-upper, meaning that it's double its value on the fixer-upper every day. Honestly, this is hardly a nerf. It's hardly a nerf. This is still really good. Golden Dragon Tooth now gets the buff for free. That's cool. Fixer-upper, every 50 gold you spend, upgrade this. It's exactly the same, it's just harder to upgrade. That's clever. That's clever. It might be a lot harder to stay alive. So you get it at bronze, silver, gold, diamond. Spend 150 gold. It's doable. It's doable. It's gonna be harder to get up and running early, but if you get it late game, you can get it up and running very quickly. Yeah, that's a nice change. I like it. Overall, I think it's a nerf, but it's still playable. Fix an issue with gold and golden shield will require you. Hey, I reported that bug too. Jewelry, apparel, okay. Fix an issue where the hourly gain would not happen while in the stash. I reported that too. Gold piggy bank now gains value for free instead of doubling its value. Okay. Shielded robe has double shield bonus. Slingshot. So more damage, less ammo. Oh wait, no, less damage at diamond. I mean, I've never seen anyone use slingshot at diamond. So. It's probably a lot better in the first few days. Stained glass, when you win a fight with stained glass window, your property gain 510 value. When you lose a fight, permanently destroy it. If you have 5 or fewer items in play, cooldown is reduced by 20%. Ooh, that's a pretty big nerf. The stained glass window is actually a comparable slot. Like, I would have used it instead of deed, but now we're not using it instead of deed. I mean, we might, but then probably not for long. Sky Scraper. Cooldown is up if you have 5 or fewer items in play, multicast. Okay. Vineyard, yep. Interesting changes for Pig. Interesting. Dooley. Arc Blaster no longer charges itself on use. Wait, it was doing that? Atomic Clock back to 1 second. Huge. Balloon Bot, when you use a weapon, this gains shield for the fight from weapon to the right of this. Interesting. Bunker damage reduction applies to non-weapon sources such as burn. That's good. Crane actually fixed the overflow issue this time? Question mark. That is a good question. Fiber optics. Oh, is it actually back? Tech. Re-enable that fixing. Yeah, okay. Actually coming into the game again. Force field starts at silver. I would have really liked them to nerf that. Isochoric freezer is now tech. Very nice. Freeze an item with a cooldown of 4 seconds or less. Wow. That means it can fully lock out a fixer-upper build. That's insane. I don't think the fixer-upper changes were enough to like kill the build, but this might be. This might be enough to kill the fixer-upper build. Just build 4.1 second cooldown? Yeah, right. This is actually insane. This is insane. This is gonna kill one weapon builds for Vanessa too. And this is insane. I'm actually gonna give them my 2 cents on this one. This is insane. Yeah, that's a crazy change. I think this is gonna put Dooley on top, especially because it's also tech. Oh, I guess they're nerfing Railgun. Basically, Dooley is strong enough, especially with like the burn or weaponized core, to just win the first like 4 or 5 days pretty consistently. And then this will just give you, like, just having an isochoric freezer, just having one, is going to give you a free win. If, like, again, the meta might account for it. But if everyone's playing the exact same builds, this will give you a free win like 75% of the time. After, like, day 6 or 7, where you can't beat, like, the actual powerful builds. It's like one weapon to Vanessa, well, you're screwed. Fixer-upper? No, fixer-upper never goes off. Freeze for 4, potentially a large item with a 4-second cooldown is insane. I'm sorry, that's insane. Like, we just had like 3 consecutive patches of them scaling back freezes, and this is probably the most broken freeze item they've ever made. Other than enchants. Some of the enchants have been broken. Other than enchants, this is probably the most busted one. Kinetic cannon, tech, when you use a small item, gain damage. Honestly, kinetic cannon, online, let's go. Laser pistol, tech, missiles would only really want ammo. I didn't know that. Pulse rifle's actually 5 seconds. That's a bit of an early game nerf. Railgun, nerfed. It doesn't have 2 multicast. It's still probably quite good. Other items. So these are typically items from non-released heroes or just neutral items. Athanor. Burn no longer poisons, now charges your potions 1 second in addition to reloading them. New effect at the start of each day, get a small potion from any hero. That's pretty good. It's basically like the port version for potions. Black ice, now silver, 6-second cooldown. Freeze for 1 second. When you freeze, poison. When you freeze, poison. And yeah, no duct tape nerf. It's feeling like a Dooley patch to me. But let's see the neutral changes. Black Rose, when you poison, this gains heal, so it gives more heal. So the Gorgon fight will be a little bit harder. That's her main source of healing, I believe. Bottled Lightning, 25 crit. More damage at bronze, less at others. Okay. That's probably good. That's the 1 slot damage with burning. Cauldron. Burn for each unique type you have. Poison for each unique type you have. Wow. I gotta look this one up. So it's this thing that did burn and poison with a cooldown of 4 seconds. So now the cooldown is still 4 seconds, and it just multicasts like crazy. Damn. Mac item, and it's also a tool. So tool on docks can get you this pretty early. Yeah, that's insane. Oh, Lich has a cauldron? Does it? I don't think so. But maybe. So Crusher Claw is back. Oh, duct tape. Duct tape's apparently not a Dooley item. Oh, it's literally not a Dooley item. We're saved! Saved from Dooley dominance, boys. Starts at silver, slow an item. When you use adjacent item, shield. So it's silver, it's less shield, and Dooley doesn't get it in every single run. Lich and Master Alchemist has a cauldron. Interesting. Earrings now charges when you haste in addition to when you slow. Apparel. What the hell are earrings? When you slow charge, gain max health for the fight. Wow, that's a really crappy item. Emerald, bronze, poison, your other poison items. It's actually just a giant poison buff to your other stuff. That's fair. Haste your items for energy potions nerfed, basically. Energy potion was crazy OP, so that's probably fine. Frost Potion, Bronze Tier. So it no longer scales the duration, it just scales how many small items you can freeze, which is more fair. I like that. Incense, slow, gain regen. Yeah, I don't think it's really being used. Leeches is now friend. When you poison, it gains damage for the fight. Interesting. Magic Carpet, higher damage. When you crit, this item cleanses by 10%. So it just goes faster and faster. I don't think it really matters. It's a pretty crappy item, but Magic Carpet is made a vehicle a few patches ago, so it enables the vehicle skills, which actually makes it a usable item, but just for that reason. This is not that much of a buff. Mortar and Pestle, your life steals get plus damage, a lot more damage. That's pretty nice. I feel like, so just, I'll show you guys the item here. Mortar. So, your weapon on the right has lifesteal. Your lifesteal weapons gain damage for the fight. Cooldown 8 seconds. It's like almost good enough. It's just the problem is that most of the time when you're using weapons, you have stronger adjacency bonuses. Like with Vanessa, you have like Cloak or Silencer or the Sextant or the Spyglass. And with Pig, you would have like a Gonjo or something like that. Right, so it was always just like not really good enough, and they buffed it, so maybe now it's good enough. Ouroboros, poison, when you poison gain regen, whatever. Palanquin, when you crit with an item, reduce its cooldown. So they nerfed the gold version. Palanquin is really hard to obtain because it's a Mac item, but it's actually really strong. Icy Proboscis now only freezes small items. I didn't know that. Okay, good. Rainbow Potion now starts at silver, 5-second cooldown, whatever burn, whatever poison. The freeze is the same, but it's a small item instead of any item. And the slow is less. Probably fair, but yeah. Until we get like actual potion reload mechanics, it's just a little bit too hard for most of the other classes to use these kinds of items with 1 ammo. Ritual Dagger, 2 damage, gain regen for the fight equal to this item's damage. Wow. Okay. That sounds pretty cool if you get like an early gold one. So the event, there's an event to like give your weapon a deadly enchant and whatever. One of the options is to just steal the Ritual Dagger. This event can show up pretty early. I think I've seen it on day 4. And the Ritual Dagger used to be a bronze item, but I think the one you got from the event was silver, and it was pretty crap. So now, if you get that event on day 4, and you have any kind of weapon buff, like leftmost weapon plus 30, I mean, 32 regen every time it goes off is kind of good. Like, it might give you a few free days. Like, if you get a Ritual Dagger on day 4, you're probably not losing day 4. 5, maybe 6. It's just so much regen. Rocket Boots, when you sell this, +1. Oh, it doesn't scale with levels anymore. Fair enough. It's already good enough. Ruby. Infernal has a Ruby, so Infernal's going to be harder to beat now. Yeah. Runic Double Bow, higher damage early, less damage at Diamond. Sure. Typically, the Runic Double Bow was a little bit inferior to some Vanessa weapons. Runic Great Axe. Your lifesteal weapons have double damage. Wow. Death Knight is going to destroy you. Wow. So the Death Knight has a scythe, which does 1/3 of your life and damage, and he has like 25 crit with it. So now it will do 2/3 of your life and damage, and if he crits with it, you're dead. Yeah, so Death Knight is like way harder now. Sapphire. Sapphire just got obliterated. He used to freeze anything for up to 5 seconds. Now it freezes small for up to 3 seconds. Yeah, so that's kind of insane. Upgrade Hammer starts at silver. When you sell this upgrade... Oh, I see. So it's like a gradual hammer. That probably means that you should see it more often in the monster loot. Right now you can see it in the monster loot, but obviously it has to show up at diamond, and because of that it's quite rare. Weather machine back down to 4 seconds. Maybe it's playable now. I don't know. It's pretty unplayable at 6. Eagle Talisman, Medkit, Sharpening Stone, Cinders, Gunpowder, and Signal Screen now support additional enchantments. So one thing that people were doing is they would get like an insect wing. There's a few other ones too. And then they would put it in the random enchantment, and there's only 2 options. So either it's shiny, it doubles the cooldown reduction, which if you have like a gold or diamond is actually good enough, right? It's good enough. Or the other option is and enchant the item with turbo, which is typically one of the strongest enchants for most builds. I've only done this like twice. Usually I feel like I'm better off enchanting something else. It looks like they don't really want you doing that. So they're probably, my guess is they're giving them enchantments that are kind of crap. Okay. Artillery spotter. I think this is your items have crit if you have 4 or fewer. Now it's 5 or fewer. Barnacle crusted. Now properly reduce your quadruple by 20% at diamond tier. I was not aware that it wasn't doing this. Bloodhound didn't work at all. So now they redesigned it. Now properly charges your items when your opponent. Oh, okay, they just fixed it. Commercial zoning. I don't know what the skill is. Just give me a second here. So commercial zoning is when you use a property, deal damage equal to your gold. So now it actually works. Oh, fix the bug where this triggered off enemy properties. Ooh. Okay. Who would it damage? I don't know how that works actually. Okay. So basically all the 4 or fewer is now 5 or fewer, which honestly is much, much better. There are quite a good number of builds that use 5 items. Retool now fully reloads items. Retool is when you use a tool, reload 1 to adjacent items. So that's the monster skill off the Alchemist Day 10 monster. Monster updates. Renamed, rename. Hydro Dude renamed to Prince Marianus. Okay, bro. He's always going to be Hydro Dude to me. Okay, so they gave the Property Baron 2 other skills. I'm actually curious what these skills are. Like, are these skills good? Start of day, your items gain value. Actually, yeah, that is a good skill. Combat Medic, when you heal, an item gets 3 crit for the fight. Okay. Alright. What the hell is that? Nobody wants that garbage. You know, instead of like making the skill not complete trash, they just put it on a monster that has only good rewards. 5% crit, it's diamond. Oh, I'm sorry. 5%. It's not, no, it's not your items. It's when you heal an item. One item. One of your items gets 5 crit. It's horrible. New day 3 monster, Street Gamer. Small refresh. When you use a small item, heal. Wow, that seems really good. Dragon, new day 8 monster. When you use a medium item, one of your burn items gets burned for the fight. That seems good. Dragon Heart, double the burn of an item for the fight. When you burn or use a dragon item, charge 2 seconds. Crazy! I'm gonna go dragon hunting, boys. Yerden, new day 9 monster. Relax, bro. When you slow, gain regen. Nargile, medium item. Slow 2 items adjacent have crit. When you crit, charge. He has the salt. Relax, bro. Overall, very cool patch. Man, we're getting like a pretty good patch. Like literally every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, we get a good patch. Right? 19th? When's the previous one? 6th. Yeah. Every 2 weeks, new good patch in the Bazaar. That's pretty killer. Salt is insane now. Oh, did it? Did it get a buff? 2-second cooldown. Jason items getting crit for the fight. Yeah, I knew that. This has not changed. This is how salt worked in the game before this patch. Yeah. The main standout item for me is Isocoric Freezer. This is nuts. This is so nuts. And again, we're getting fiber optics back. Oh, it was a little bit less. Now it's more. I see. So this is so nuts. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a Dooley meta because even though Dooley loses tape, Dooley's still really good in the early game. The kits actually seem to favor Dooley. It says Dooley gets slightly weaker kits, but you still get the core choice. Oh, you think they're nerfing the Isocoric cooldown to 5 seconds? I mean, maybe there's some undocumented changes, but if we're taking it at face value, and that's the only thing I have right now, this seems really, really good. This will lock out builds. This will lock out endgame builds. The strongest Vanessa builds were typically one weapon builds that chain themselves, and for them to chain, you had to use one weapon that was fast. You literally lose to this one item. Your item will never unfreeze. Never. Because this freezes an item of any size. Again, let me just repeat that. If a Dooley has this item, you will never win with a one-weapon build against Dooley. That's insane. You'll probably never win with a fixer-upper build because your fixer-upper will be permanently frozen. This is just a ridiculous item.